Is King Arthur Legends Rise the Raid Shadow Legends killer, or can they live simultaneously together, both being successful turn-based strategy games? Today we're diving into that, and I'm going to be sharing with you the differences and my experiences playing both of these great games. In addition to this, I'm going to be taking you through the game and showing you a few of the things that I have been doing, like building my clan in the castle here inside of King Arthur. Let's get into it. Now I want to stop for a second and thank King Arthur Legends Rise for sponsoring today's video, and urge you, if you feel any interest to play the game alongside of me, use my link in the description of this video. It gets you into the game for free on PC or on mobile, and you could dive into the action. I guess the first thing we could talk about are the heroes inside of the game compared to the ones in a dark fantasy world that we'll see in Raid Shadow Legends. As you can see here, the graphics are absolutely incredible inside of this game. All of the different heroes have a very realistic look, and they're just really high res. I think that they look great. Remember, we're talking about a mobile game here. I'm currently playing it on their PC client, where I think it looks absolutely amazing. Not only are all of these different heroes great looking and really just have some great vibes to them, but they're also a lot of fun to play inside of the battles as well. As you can see, there's a power-up mechanic inside of the game so that you could take your heroes to the next level. Very similar in both of the games, but here they make it nice and easy. You need the materials to go and do those upgrades. As you can see right here, I don't have the right materials necessary for this, so I can either go to the market or I can go to the Plane of Beasts to go ahead and try to get these materials. We're going to go into a battle and see if we can earn the materials that we need to get those upgrades. Something else that's really nice here are all of the beautiful cinematics inside of the game. Not only is gameplay amazing looking, but the cinematics throughout the game are also absolutely incredible. And it's something that I think really makes King Arthur stand out as a leader in the space. You'll also notice that I'm able to throw my battles on auto, which I actually quite like in this genre. I play these types of games a lot throughout the day, and being able to auto my battles and manage how I build out my characters and the teams that I build, that's how I like to do this. It's more of a management style for me, so I can enjoy the fun gameplay, set up my teams in a proper fashion, build them out with the proper gear, level them up, and put great synergistic, if that's even a word, teams together so that I can be successful in my grind to essentially power up all of my heroes, unlock all of my heroes inside of the game. And again, what we're doing right now is fighting for the materials needed for those upgrades. Everything seems to be pretty farmable inside of this game, which is actually quite nice. And I do have to say, there's a lot of communities being built around King Arthur. People that are realizing that the game is a lot of fun and they want to commit to a further time inside of the game. If you're one of those people, again, use that link in the description, get inside of the game, play alongside of me, which you can join my clan. More on that in a second. There's the victory right there. We pulled that in. All right, and we got some of the materials, not all, but some of the materials that we needed. You also have your battle stats and all of that type of information as well if you want to dive into the deep strategy and all of that within this game. Or you could not if you want to take a more casual approach. That's up to you as the player. But I did mention a clan, and when you take a look at my castle right here, you'll notice there is a badge on top of the castle. That's my clan badge. That's where you can join. Legit just made it. On the bottom right, we see the clan button, and here we go. Oh, we got some rewards just for doing that. You'll notice this is the clan info. It's the Echo Gaming clan. We have the purple and blue with the dragon on the shield. Feel free to come on in and join me in the clan. There's a shop of rewards. There are raids you can do together and a lot of advantages to being in a clan with other people, so you can experience the game together and get rewarded together. Now, the summon mechanic inside of King Arthur is actually quite nice. I think that the graphic that they use right here is awesome. Plus, it's interactive, being that you have to actually tap on the screen to make that pull happen. And of course, we're just pulling some regular heroes right now, although Argus is a new one for me, which is actually quite cool, adding him to our roster. Remember, different heroes are going to be used for different reasons. Some of them are going to be your primary heroes that you want to build up and make the leaders of your team, while other ones, they may be food to help level up those more important heroes. Now, something that I quite like about King Arthur is this open world mechanic. There is a story that goes on inside of the game and allows you to have a deeper understanding of what's going on in this realm. And as you go through the stages, you're going to encounter more and more difficult enemies along the way. Pretty standard inside of the genre, which is actually a great and simple mechanic when you think of it, because if you're not progressively getting stronger and the enemies are, you're going to reach a point where you can no longer progress, and you're going to need to focus on a hero or a specific team that you're trying to build out that synergizes well together to further push the enemies. In addition to that, there are going to be teams that work against some enemies and teams that work against others, which makes everything need to be extremely customized, and you need to use your gourd a little bit to figure out what teams are going to do the best where. Guides are going to be all over the place for this one because tons of people are diving into the game, taking it to that next level. And we are definitely in a good battle here. As you can see, one of my heroes is under level. The other two are slightly above level of the opponents. So this one could actually be a nail biter. If we don't take down one of their heroes quickly, we could be in a difficult situation. Let's see what goes on in the next couple of moves. Also notice I do have it on auto. We could go as much as up to 3 times speed if you're one of those more impatient people and want to get the battles done as quickly as possible. Or, of course, you can go into 1-time speed if you want to see everything in the most gorgeous cinematic fashion. I actually do like the 3 different speed options. That's something that we don't see in other games. All right, it looks like we are going to be successful here. And again, we're gaining experience on our heroes as we go through these battles. Unless if they're already at max experience and need to get upgraded to that next level, which is what we're going to have to be doing so that we can continuously progress throughout the game, or else we're going to get stuck. Now, I was here in the open world with you and sharing with you that I kind of like the whole open world element. It kind of gives me that action RPG feel that I'm in a realm and exploring it and going from one mission to the next. This is again a mechanic that we don't see in all games within this genre. I think it's a really nice touch and gives you that feeling of freedom. So I can either free move around the realm if I want to, or I could simply click on the different quest icons and it'll take me to the quest that I need to do. I then have the option to either listen to the story and go along with the lore, or we could skip the story and get right into the good battles that await. Now, when you're trying to do an upgrade, you may find yourself a little stuck or frustrated because you don't have the proper materials. You can go to advanced and it'll give you the places where you can get these materials. So I could either go fight the Plane of Beasts or I could synthesize advancement materials. This is a cool mechanic because if you have enough of one item, you could place them all together and turn that into one of the item that you actually need. I currently don't have any because I just did some synthesizing myself, but this is a great way that you can take what you have and advance it. But in the meantime, let's actually go to the Plane of Beasts because I think that King Arthur is going to be my biggest key to success for progression, being that he is my lead hero inside of the game. So we go back to this mechanic if we want to. We go into this same battle, which is actually an amazing looking battle. And then we could even go in and do a multi-battle if we want to. We could throw it on 3 times speed, and we could hope that we pull in the materials that we need, utilizing all of our battles in an area that's going to primarily focus on us upgrading that hero to the next level. Then, once we're at that next level, it gives us the space to earn experience on that hero as they go through other battles. They'll reach their peak, we'll do the upgrade, and we will continue all the way up until they are fully starred. Victories for days, just continuing with that progression. That's exactly what we need to do to make that progress. But it's not only about leveling up your heroes, right? You also are going to want to make sure that their equipment is on point and that you're making sure that they are equipped with some of the best materials that you have available. As you can see right here, I have a better helmet available. It's got increased stats across the board. We're going to swap that over and we're going to equip that helmet instead, giving myself a little bit more benefit along the way for, as I said, our primary hero, the one that we've really put most of our investment into. Now you can also auto-equip equipment if you want to, that make it nice and easy for you to just quickly throw something on one of your heroes so that they can be stronger for your next battle, even if you don't want to put a lot of effort into it and you don't want to think about it too much. We're going to auto-equip these guys just with something so they can have something on and increase their power just a little bit. Again, There's mechanics here that make it easy for a very casual player to do this, and there's mechanics that you could take it to the deepest and next level so that you can have a really customized experience. And then you have the relics inside of the game. These are essentially your weapons that you're going to be utilizing, and as you can see right here, we have different options that can be unlocked that do all different things as well, which make it really exciting that you could change how these different heroes attack and how they interact inside of the battles based off of those relics. It's a really cool mechanic. And as I'm taking a look here, I have a bunch of these uncommon mana orbs. I'm wondering if we're ready to advance King Arthur. It looks like we do, so we get to feature it right here. He's at 2 stars, level 20, which means there's no more room for him to gain any power. But now when we hit the advance button, he is being taken to the next level, strengthening himself so that we can now come to 3 stars, have more room for advancement. Notice we are level 20 of 30 at 3 stars. He can get to a total of 30 of 30. So when I get into my next of battles, he'll be gaining experience to get closer to that 30. I could always level him up if I want to just by using these potions, but I figure why rush? There's no rush to get that done. We can just wait and we can make sure that he gets that advancement through our battles. So we're kind of double dipping on the energy that we're using to battle and the experience that are being gained. And of course, the Royal Road is going to give you advancement and rewards along the way as you clear different parts of the game. This is where you're going to get some gear that you're going to want to use, other rewards that you can use throughout the game to help further your account. This is a huge part of the game that I really like because you're always being rewarded with things that better your account so you can just play further on into the game. So as a new player considering playing King Arthur, I have to say it's pretty easy to dive into the game and really enjoy and understand how to get through the different mechanics. It holds your hand good enough so that you don't feel lost, but it also lets you use your brain a bit as well so that you don't feel like you're being handheld too much. In my recent experience playing the game, I've enjoyed myself. I've found it really easy to dive into, understand, and enjoy. And I've seen a lot of communities popping up of people that I know from playing other turn-based strategy games now giving this one a try and enjoying themselves in it as well. I'll urge you guys, again, if you have the feeling, the desire, the need to play or even play alongside of me, use my link in the description. It gets you the game absolutely for free on mobile, or you can even download it on PC, whichever you prefer, or even both because, you know, cross-platform. I think Arthur's about to come in with a clutch win here as well, holding this one down for the team himself. That's what we're talking about when you're leveling up one of your primary heroes that can lead the way and just be your main hero. Between the world that you can explore to give you that open customization, story-driven feeling, or the different gorgeous heroes that we get to choose from inside of the game that we get to play as and customize along the way, King Arthur Legends Rise is definitely a game that I think you can consider as one that you would have a lot of fun playing, and that should probably be on your device. Again, I want to thank King Arthur Legends Rise for sponsoring today's video and urge all of you to play alongside of me via my link in the description.